Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin T. Robertson, CEO of Speaker Focus, world's #1 platform for speaker marketing. We are here to answer any and all questions pertaining to how to grow your speaker business. Let's rock. First question up on deck. Whenever anybody's ready, use the raise hand feature and we can get to all of your questions with a little bit of patience. We're going to get through this and we're going to make it happen. Good afternoon. Good evening, Rico. Good afternoon, good day, good morning in some parts of the world where some people are on our platform. Thank you so much for everybody joining in. Hey, Anita, what's going on? Getting some shout outs here. If anybody has any questions, start putting them in there. If you have any questions about, let me see who has a question here. Hey, cool. Lisa's coming from Charlotte this week. Okay. I love Charlotte. That whole area down there is real nice. They got a lot of good places to eat down there. All right. Anybody have any questions? Please use the raise hand feature and I will be right with you. Hey, Tanya, I'm getting some more shout outs with everybody. Appreciate all the love. So we can make sure we get to everybody. If there are a lot of questions, we're going to go hard. If there are not any questions, we're going to keep this session real short tonight. The Q&A call is to answer any questions about things that you need help with to grow your speaker brand, some things on the platform that, Brian, thank you. Appreciate it, Brian. You know, I'm feeling good today. Typically, when you feel good, you look good. Whatever's on the interior is on the exterior. So if, yes, Anita, use the raise hand feature, please. Is her hand allowed to talk? Okay, Anita, you're live with KTR. Talk to me. Anita, can you hear me?
Yes. Am I unmuted?
Yes. Yeah, you're unmuted.
So for the courses, I just want to make sure I'm on the right page when I do the courses. I think when I start the courses, is it where you give an introduction on the site? Because I know the second, when it says next, when I went to the next one, it said course one.
Yes.
I think. I just want to make sure I'm on the correct website and I'm doing the right courses.
Absolutely. You just got onboarded, so you're starting right there in module #1. After you look at the welcome email, the welcome video, jump right into lesson 1, module 1. Remember, right under lesson 1, there is the downloadable template for the signature program, signature programs, and also the template for the bio. Knock those 2 things out. Send it to support@speakerfocus.com. Always send support tickets to support@speakerfocus.com to get your homework assignments checked. And then we'll give you some feedback while the ball is in our court and we're checking your homework and you're waiting for feedback. Then jump back into the videos.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I'm doing it correctly. Yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to ask so far.
You're on it, Anita. Remember, action. When the ball is in our court, go back to looking at videos. When you got another action assignment, you can back off the videos, get the work done. That's what this is all about. And then look at the videos whenever you get the opportunity after you get the lessons done for each module. We'll be here every Monday in case you need us, okay?
Okay, at least that made it much clearer and understandable because I was trying to do both.
No, it's okay. Yeah, just keep it real simple. Remember, the biggest goal is to take action, get the signature program template done first so you have your messaging and a solid foundation to build your speaking career, and get the bio formula turned in. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just turn it in so support can give you some feedback on it, okay?
All right, got it. Thank you.
Okay, Nita. Love you much. Talk to you real soon.
Okay.
All right. Okay, anybody else with a question that you have? Let me see. I think I saw Rico's hand go up first. Rico, ladies are always first. I believe Lisa put her hand up right when you did. I'm sure you're a gentleman. You don't mind me if Lisa goes first.
Hey, Kev, can you hear me?
Hey, Lisa. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. So hold on a second. So as you know, you already approved my 4 signature programs and my bio.
Yep, they were outstanding, both of them.
Thank you, thank you. And I just got new photos taken, so I'm waiting for those to come back so that I can start pulling, these things together in the media kit to send it to you to
Yes.
approve. And just today, I got through all of module 2, which was a doozy, I must say. It was a lot in there.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, module 2. But you know what? So tell me this. What was your overall thinking about module 2? Did that clarify some things about your target market and where your message is going?
Oh yeah, everything was on point, and it really helped that things were repeated as far as some of the things you said in some of the videos. So it kind of reinforced and tied other ideas back together. So I did what you suggested, because I had asked you last week. I wasn't sure about where I wanted to focus on which market. So I've done some more thinking and meditating on that, and I've kind of narrowed it down to once I got to that part of each of those videos that explains in detail those markets. I'm kind of between association market and faith-based market, leaning more towards the association market. But my question as far as that is, if, let's say I decide that the association market is for me, and I still would need to decide what my niche there, most of my referrals, testimonials that I have that I would be able to put in my media kit and everything are from the faith-based market. Not all of them, but almost all of them. So is that a detriment then, that would I not be able to use any of those? Would someone look at it and say, why is she focusing on association market when all of these are faith-based? Or
okay, let me add some even more clarity for you. The association market is like a la carte to every market. There is an association for everything you could possibly imagine. There is an association for Youth Leadership Academy. There is an association for business professionals in Christ. Whatever it is you can think of, there is an association for. So you could utilize the person's testimonial and their professional distinction. Just because a person goes to church, maybe they are the head of HR at IBM. So what you want to do is just use their professional distinction. Now, if they have a professional distinction like a pastor, a deacon, or somebody of clergy or a member of the church, that's nothing wrong with that. You could literally market just to associations that were in the faith-based niche if you wanted to do that. These people still have to go somewhere for professional education, and they also belong to professional associations. That's what the association market is for. There's an association for everything you can imagine. So if you wanted to, you could just do them at a time. They would go hand in hand.
okay,
So you're not so the testimonials that you have are not a waste. You could very well utilize all of those. Let me ask you this. So let's clarify something. What's the professional distinction on a lot of the testimonials that you have?
they're about half and half are people of clergy. So it says let me take that back. I would say about 60% are clergy, ministers, about 20% are past workshop participants, and the other 20% are a variety of others. So people who like one of them was from a woman. I was one of a panelists on one of her conferences, and another one, she's a motivational speaker who gave me testimonials, and another one's an author who gave me testimonials. So it's a kind of a mixed bag on that last 20%.
Okay. Well, I tell you this, it really doesn't matter as long as somebody's speaking highly about your leadership, your professional services, the value that they got out of something that you said, one of your programs, or attending your workshop. And that's perfectly okay to put that all in the media kit. I'm glad that you are, moving through the program the way you are, even with traveling, having a busy schedule, is just let you know that, it's possible to move this thing forward. And I'd say you're going about it at a moderately aggressive pace right now, even taking a vacation in the recent future. You're doing a great job at moving through the module. So just keep your head up, keep your head down when you need to, and get the work done. And remember, just follow the checklist and then send it into support. The best way to get through this program is for us to give you feedback. You holding it yourself is not helping us help you.
Yeah, I'm not holding it. I'm sending you each thing. But I think maybe you can still clarify this. I heard what you said about the association market being the a la carte, but I think I'm still kind of confused.
Okay.
If I'm supposed to choose one. So like I said, I was leaning toward association and faith-based. So can you clarify that a little bit more? Because you said to pick one market.
No problem. Okay,
so a niche and or a sub niche within that, you said.
So there are exceptions to the rule. You can add the association market to one of the other markets because these associations are very, very niched out. So if you wanted to, you could literally you could target all Christian associations. I mean, you would literally get hundreds and thousands of them. So these association organizations in the Christian faith-based market, so the faith-based is the market. Then you would have the Christian faith-based associations that could just tie right into that. You could just roll it all in together. You could use the same language the same marketing materials, the same all of it goes together. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so you're saying I could target faith-based, but target the associations that service the faith-based.
Exactly. You could talk, because if you start doing some research on it, do some Google. Watch this. I'm just making something up, but I guarantee you it's an association. The National Association of Baptist Ministers.
Right.
The National Association of Christian Pregnant Women. It does whatever. Watch this. National Association for Drug Rehabilitation patients. It's an association for everything. If you start doing enough research on it, you're going to see that these associations and their constituency and the members that attend these conferences and these meetings, the local, regional, national, and international level, all of them need speakers. Okay. All of them need speakers. These professional associations, they typically want their attendees to get training, and that's where you come in. So you could either, there's so many different levels to it, Lisa, where you can service the church as far as your mode of delivery, keynote speech for the opening prayer breakfast.
Right.
You could do a training for the church staff. Do you know that a church staff is not special just because they're a church staff? They still got issues that they're dealing with like a regular corporation.
Right.
This is a whole industry. This is an industry that needs to be serviced. That's the reason why you have so many people that focus strictly on the professional market of their choice, because when you drill down and you niche down, it's just so much better. You're more powerful when you focus on one market. That's the reason why I say that. That doesn't mean you can't service other markets. I'm just saying when you focus on one market, like we do at speakerfocus.com, we only care about coaches and consultants and speakers who want to grow a speaker business. I don't care about nothing else.
Right.
Now in that, we got everything from Muslims to Christians to athletes to high profile, high net worth, soccer moms to Super Bowl champions. We do business with everybody, and all of them got a different religious belief, but they all got one thing in common, is that they want to grow their speaker business. You got to find the one thing in common that your market needs, and you can service the corporate, you can service the association and the faith-based market all at the same time.
Okay. All right.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay.
And Lisa, one last thing. If you had to deliver something from your leadership program that was just about business, then just strip away all the spiritual or biblical connotation, and your signature program will suffice, because they're fire. Remember that.
Right. Okay. And then I had two other quick questions. As far as, I will do research on that, like you said, but as far as finding contacts to start establishing relationships for the meeting planners and conference coordinators? Do you find that LinkedIn is a good place to do that?
LinkedIn is a great way. LinkedIn is a great way to reach out to contacts. I need Auston to jump in here real quick because LinkedIn is sensitive about what you send them, and you got to watch what you send them and how much of it you send. Troy, can you step in here real quick?
And I mean, just by doing a search for meeting planners and conference coordinators to just start engaging with them on, to establish a relationship. That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The answer is yes, that's a great idea. You could do it, but I need Auston to shine a little bit of light, because when you start sending out a lot of messages through people's DMs and the inboxes, I just want him to help you maybe with the approach if that's what you want to do. Auston, can you shine some light on that for him?
Yeah, so that's all covered in week 5 of the program. So, I recommend getting through all the weeks before you start doing outreach, because all the foundations are important. But yeah, I go over that in detail in week 5, and LinkedIn is a really great place, but you have to have the right approach. So review it week 5 before you start tackling that.
Awesome. Okay. And then,
thanks.
And this might be, thank you, Auston. And this might be jumping ahead to where it's going to be later in the modules also. But as far as sending out email campaigns, is weekly too often? Once you have an established list of people, or you're trying to, or maybe you're going to get to that later.
Lisa, ask me that question one more time. So I just want to make sure I heard it right. Repeat it, please.
As far as once you have a list of contacts that you want to start keeping in touch with and building relationships with, and you're going to use them to contact them in your email campaign, is a weekly email going to them too much? You were talking, because when I went through all the different marketing strategies, there's direct mail, there's email, there's all this other stuff. Is a weekly weekly newsletter email too much?
Well, not a newsletter. You might want to do a monthly newsletter if that's what you want to do. Mm-hmm. But a weekly email to your list is very important. Your list is an asset. Remember that. And your asset needs to be managed properly. You need to be sending out a weekly email to your list that has value. And then at the bottom of the email, there's a soft call to action at the bottom of the email to get them to try to schedule a call with you if they want to talk to you about if they want to talk to you about retaining some of your professional speaking deliverables.
Okay. All right. And then moving on towards that end, do you have a suggested, and maybe Auston does, a suggested CRM to use? My website is Wix, and they have some pretty good campaign tools and things, but I didn't know if you guys were suggesting that people use an outside CRM.
That's in module 5 as well. Also encompass all of that in module 5, how to integrate active campaign or an existing CRM. All of that is covered in module 5. Okay. Now, if you run into a technical jam, like every once in a while, some people, they may use MailChimp or Constant Contact. All you have to do is just submit a support ticket. If you run into a problem with your website not converting, or you have a scheduling issue with your calendar or something, submit a support ticket, and we can address that for you as well later down the line.
Okay, great. All right. Thank you both very much. I'm really, really learning a lot. I'm really enjoying this, and I really appreciate all the work you guys put into to pull this whole program together.
Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate that. It's always nice to be recognized for your hard work, and we'll be talking to you again, Lisa, real soon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, enjoy NC. Have some barbecue for me.
Okay.
All right. Rico is up next. Rico, thank you for your patience, sir. Rico, can you hear me?
I hear you good. Can you hear me okay?
Hey, what's going on, boss? Yeah, I hear you great.
Good. Thanks so much again. I'm excited about being in the program and going through module 1. It's definitely been a great learning experience, and part of the way into module 2.
Okay.
As we speak. So, well, my first question I had was, I did most of the modules, module 1 on my phone, and then I switched to my laptop.
Okay,
and
cool.
What I was looking at when I went to my laptop, of course, it didn't highlight the one that I finished on my phone. So I was just checking to see if it tracked properly or if I had to go back and watch it again so it can be all in sync
No, it's
on
all good.
module 1.
No, it's all good. You can jump around if you want to in module 1. Rico, don't forget. I know you're going through the videos, but don't forget. Please turn in the signature program template. That was right there under the first video, right there in module number 1, the bio and the signature program template. Did you submit a support ticket yet so we can review that?
No, I told you I'm submitting that today.
Oh, that's right. You did. That's right. You did. You did say that. Yeah, you said you're gonna get the bio and stuff. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Listen. Try. Remember, taking action is more important than looking at the video. When you put it like this, when you have an assignment, like get the signature program template done, get the bio template done. That is more important than actually looking at the videos. Because in module 1, you're supposed to look at video 1, module 1. That's the messaging formula. Once you download the 2 templates to give you the messaging formula, you got to go to work. The video is secondary. Get the work done and take action on the templates first. Get that turned into us. You're hanging your entire career on the messaging. Then on your own time, when you got some downtime, when y'all not doing an assignment, then go back there and look at the videos until you get another assignment, and just keep doing that back and forth. And if you're not sure about something, submit questions. That's what we're here for.
Gotcha. I think the last thing I was going to ask is, I saw the model when we talked about the 4 signature programs.
Yes, sir.
And at first I was looking at it like vision. We talked about identity-based leadership.
Yep.
But where I missed it was until I watched the video of what you talked about was identity-based leadership, vision-based leadership, creative-based leadership, and authority-based leadership. I had it as different segments, but I went back and adjusted it to where it's like identity-based leadership,
right?
Identity-based character, identity-based success, identity-based creativity.
No, all of your signature programs are supposed to be leadership-based.
Gotcha.
Period.
Gotcha.
Blank-based leadership. Just keep, Rico, headlines, topics, titles, and descriptions are supposed to be simple. You just want to give them a news flash.
Gotcha.
That's all. That's going to get on. The reason why it's set up that way is because it gets their attention and it gives them the 4 signature programs with all the opening paragraphs and the bullets, and it gives them all the value in there. They can read the value. If it's out of order, if it doesn't sound right, it starts to get confusing. Just keep it simple like that. Listen, when the conference coordinator asks you what you speak about, I teach leadership strategies and magnify success. My 4 signature programs are leadership based. Boom, boom, boom.
I got you.
Say less, earn more. Say less, earn more. You got it?
Got it.
Okay, boss. Looking forward to seeing your homework. Don't forget, support@speakerfocus.com.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Oh, man. Love you. Have a great week. All right.
All right. You too.
Yes, sir. Let's go to, let me see. Lisa already got to lower Lisa's hand. Let me see. Okay. We got Ray Baxter is up next. Ray, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ray, talk to us, boss. How you feeling?
Doing okay, man. Did you get the letter that I sent you? I sent it to the program. It kind of details what my question is. I received, well, just to give some background.
Okay.
I did a training for about 3 months to a group in Boston. Absolutely free. Did it for a friend of mine because he was in the jam and needed someone.
Okay.
We went and blew them away each time. The participation in the rooms were like like they never had before.
Okay.
So when we finished, I got a letter from the group indicating, hey, we'd like you back, blah, 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 blah. This is what we're thinking and planning.
Okay.
But of course, I'm not going to speak for free. So I was wondering, because I knew I had to give an answer, and that's why I contacted you just for, a couple of minute conversation. I realized that you couldn't do it. So I sent to you, and again, I don't know if you received it.
You sent it to support real quick.
I did.
Okay, no problem. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look at it after the group call.
Okay. So it was first a letter that I received from them and then my response.
Gotcha.
My response basically indicated that how, this is something that we, that I normally do. but I am being booked, and I, here am I, and of course I sent the sales tools with the speaker fees and so forth, and just a brief letter letting her know that, here's something that we can do further to enhance the program that they're looking to do. Instead of doing it for 4 months, we can add it for 5 months and add some of the signature programs that I do. And I was just wondering, again, the conversion from a free speaking event to a paid speaking event, that's a touchy thing. So I'm wondering if you could just go over that and just give any tips, tools, and techniques.
Yeah. Well, Ray, it's touchy. Yeah, it's touchy to a lot of speakers because that's called how to have that's called how to have the pricing conversation. I go over that in module number 2.
Right.
So a lot of speakers are very hesitant, right? Even when they have a high level expertise the way you do. And this happens all the time. Speakers, they don't know how to transition from free to fee, but your fees are your fees. So you said you sent her the speaker booking information packet with all your fees in there, or how to engage you logistically from top to bottom.
Correct.
Okay. So remember, what we're teaching you how to do is go take the client through Anita's. Hold on, I need to mute Rico. Sorry about that. I need to mute Rico. Oh, okay. All right, I got it muted, right? Ray, you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're supposed to take the conference coordinator, meeting or event planner, chair, board, or committee member. You're supposed to take them through a needs assessment.
Okay.
And that means being able to assess what they need. What are their conference goals? What type of training do they want? Now, I know you went in there and gave them a little taste. And
well, actually, we did. I know exactly what they wanted, because when we engaged, that's exactly what we did. I had that conversation with them exactly, and it was a little bit out of my realm normally.
Okay.
But it was no problem because it's something that I do anyway. But I also in the letter that I sent, excuse me, I introduced the motivational interviewing piece that I do. And so that would have added an additional 2 to 3 months, or I can say sections of training, because she originally said January through April. And I said, well, why not September through December? And here's what we could do.
Okay.
So I added that piece in the letter as a suggestion to expand on what they already do. And then also, that I was grateful for the opportunity, blah, 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 and then let them know that, I am a professional speaker. Here are my, here's a little background. Here's my sales tools. Please have a look and let's have a further conversation. I actually got a positive response back today saying that they were looking at it and they would get back to me. So I'm expecting, we'll see what happens.
Okay. All right. So basically you already know what they need. They already have your booking information packet that has everything in there to book you logistically from top to bottom.
Right.
So they already know. Then, so how many hours were you booked the last time when you did the free gig? How many hours was it?
Actually, it was an hour.
It was an hour. Okay.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, it sounds to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that they want you to come back for a half day, full day program. Talk to me about that. How many hours?
No, they're talking about an hour per month.
Oh, an hour per month. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're talking about just an hour keynote every month.
An hour keynote on a Zoom call every month.
Come on, Ray, you can do that in your sleep, bro.
Exactly.
Well, that's $5,000. That's $5,000. So what's the problem with having a conversation? They got the fees. Now they need to go find, look, they've already seen you in action. They already know what the value is. See, Ray, this is the reason why we need to get in and master module 5, because we don't want to be holding our breath just for this one client to pay us $5,000.
Right.
We want more leads. So if she says, Ray, we're thinking about it. We're not sure. We don't know if $5,000 is going to work. Now, if she comes back with some money like $4,000, we're not going to walk away from $4,000. Then you want to go to your speaker negotiating menu, which is in the speaker toolkit. And then if you have to take less, then you're going to get a return back on your investment for that $1,000, like pictures near the signage, 3
Right.
referrals,
Right.
video of the entire thing. See, something you gotta, if you're not gonna get your full fee, you've got to get something that equals the value that you're reinvesting back into that organization. But most speakers don't know how to have these conversations, how to have the pricing conversation. So Ray, even though she has your booking information packet, so what are your fees? If she asks you, watch this, this is exactly how she's gonna come at you. She's gonna say, okay, Ray, we looked at everything. So, you know, what are your fees? Don't just take for granted that she knows what the fees are.
Right.
Maybe she didn't look at it. So you
Right.
tell me, you have the conversation with me right now on the follow-up about how it's gonna go down. Ray, we looked at everything. We checked out your website. Obviously, you did a great job the last time. So we're thinking about moving this thing for 1 hour a month. So what are your fees?
Well, I appreciate the fact that you've looked at my stuff. So my fees are $7,500 for an hour, any part of an hour. If we were to go for a half-day program, it was up to $8,500, and if a full-day program would go to $10,000.
Okay, I got no problem with your fees with the way you're requesting it. I would go. I like jumping up 2,500 myself. 75 to 10,000 to 12,500. You have the professional experience and you're at the top of your game when it comes to customer service. So, but for this one right here, since you gave them a free one, gauge and see if they're prepared to do 7,500. Maybe 7,500 is not going to be in their budget, but we don't know until we talk to them.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why I figured let me send the kit so they see it. And I am prepared to have that conversation. I was just looking for that transition letter, and I came up with it. That transition letter, just a language to use.
Right.
And, you know, I look through, you know, what we've gone through, and the stuff that you have online, and
right.
And I kind of figured it out. So that's where it was.
So Ray, keep this in mind too. And I'm glad that this comes up because obviously this is great information for everybody else who's gonna maybe just starting, maybe not, you know, through the program and, you know, in the market like you are, you know, looking for opportunities or engaging with conference coordinators with opportunity. Keep in mind, man, that conference coordinators have a job to do just like you. And you're asking them to separate themselves from their budget. And some of these conference coordinators and meeting planners and chair, board, or committee members, or head of HR and human development, resource training department, they're very savvy when it comes to negotiating. You're not the first speaker that they've engaged.
Right.
So they know what they're doing. And in other words, if you show some weakness in your game and they know that you don't know what you're doing, they're going to take advantage. There's no other way to say it. Like, you have to get out of the deal with as much as your shirt on as possible and know your value and know what that is. Everybody always talks about know your value and know your worth. And there's so many speakers, and it's sad to say, I talk to so many speakers every single day that just feel embarrassed about charging more. Are you serious? This is a lot that goes into putting together a presentation. I don't care if it's for 1 hour or for 5 minutes. And Ray, the level that you do your customer service training is on, you're one of the few people that's ever submitted their signature programs that were damn near flawless. You know your stuff. That's clear. Now you just got to get in and, you know, listen, use this as a test. But also, when you start attracting more conference coordinators, now you have more options. We want you to have more options so you don't have to sit around and wait for one conference coordinator.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
But it sounds like it's going in the right direction. I'll make sure I read over it and still send you back my feedback and give you some other tips that when you talk to her on the phone. And also too, Ray, last thing, get her to commit to a date to follow up so you can get to the yes or no as quickly as possible.
Okay. Okay, so I should send a follow-up letter maybe next week or the end of the week,
and send her a calendar link and see if you can get her on the calendar.
Get her on a call. Yep.
Exactly. Get her on a call, because getting her on a call is going to say, okay, watch this. Take them through the process. See, this is the accountability that the process we have to go through. Other than that, they're just going to flick you off like you're nothing.
Got you.
So watch this. You already delivered the service. They already saw the value. Your sales tools are sitting in her inbox right now doing the rest of the talking for you. Now, the only other thing left to do is have a follow-up call. No, gotcha. I done showed you the services. Now it's time for you to show me the money, brother. You're doing everything right. And it sounds like you're following the system don't ever be afraid to ask for your fee. And I like the way that your bottom fee is $7,500 and not $5,000.
Yeah, because I figured I could always drop the 5,000 if I need to.
Exactly.
But I don't want to.
Exactly. Believe me, let me tell you something. When you get your first check for $7,500, they're gonna have to chisel the smile off your face. It's gonna be on there for 2 months. I remember when I got my first high fee speaking engagement from Tyco, electronic company out of Pennsylvania. They paid me $5,000 years ago. And I was just, bro, I couldn't believe it. I just said, man, they paying me $5,000 for 1 hour. Anyway, great job, Ray. Keep me posted of what's going on. And remember, matter of fact, I think you put your question in school. Remember to submit it to support@speakerfocus.com. Anything,
okay.
have a question.
Sorry about that.
Okay, no, you good. Ray, did you have any other questions?
No, sir. That was it.
Okay, boss. Enjoy the rest of your week.
You too.
All love, champ. Okay, let me see. We got Norma is up next. Norma, can you hear me?
Yes, here I am.
Yes. Norma, how are you today?
I'm doing good.
That's good. What's your question? Hello, Norma, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now.
Okay, let me turn it up some.
I hear you, okay?
Okay, all right. I have 3 questions. One question is, what's the difference between putting something in homework and support?
Okay, homework is support. Any question that you have, anything that you want to share with us so we can check your assignments, check your progress, give you feedback on anything, support@speakerfocus.com.
Okay, that's support. Okay.
Fastest way to get an answer, support@speakerfocus.com. And I got to say this, Norma, because there's so many people that are not, don't send me the email. Don't send it to me. If you want the fastest service, send it to support@speakerfocus.com. We can also keep track of every support ticket that's submitted. And then we know what you've done and what you haven't done. So when somebody says, hey, KTR, I sent you my homework. I sent you my signature programs. I sent you my bio. Well, I'm going to go back and check. And I'm going to say, no, you didn't send it to me. Sometimes people upload it to school, our private coaching group. You can upload stuff through school and we still get it. But for the fastest response, support@speakerfocus.com.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, Okay, my second question is, I teach empowerment blueprints to heal broken hearts.
That's right.
My website is mendmyheart.net.
Okay, do you have your website live?
No, it's not live yet. I'm getting ready to do it this week.
Okay, you're get it back up. Okay, cool. Make sure when you get it live, just submit a support ticket and say, my website is live. Somebody review. That's all you need to say.
Okay. The next question, the question that goes with that is, with the mendmyheart.net or just Mend My Heart, I was thinking if I did caps or anything like that, nobody want to walk around with anything say Mend My Heart. So I came up with something else called Empowerment Platform, Healing from the Inside Out.
Okay.
Am I all over the place?
No, because that's still all part of your brand. That still falls under the title of your signature program. You're still working in your gift. You're still walking in your purpose. You are still talking about the main thing that you talk about, which is healing people.
Okay.
That's still part of your brand. That's branding. That's all that is. No, you're not out of pocket with that. Oh, that sounds good to me.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, then my next question is, I've chosen a design, a logo.
Okay.
From Fiverr.
Fiverr, good. Yeah, you found somebody on Fiverr, good.
So should I let you see everything before I make a final decision on that?
Support@speakerfocus.com. How many times you want me to say it?
No, I was talking about before I buy it. Do you want to see it?
No. Listen, if you want us to review it before you buy it, if that's a possibility, just submit a support ticket.
Okay.
And then we'll review it. I'll give you my opinion about it.
Okay, good.
Students do that all the time. They have the graphic designer will send them over sometimes 3 or 6 different logos, and I'll tell them which one I like the best, the one that looks more corporate or whatever the case is. And, but listen, it's your brand. We're only here to provide. Remember, we operate with the suggest and approve method. All we can do is make suggestions. We work for you. You have the final approval. It's your brand. As long as it represents you and what you feel like you want to put out there into the marketplace. And that's what I say go with. All I'm checking for is to see if it's professional and if it's going to look good in front of the conference coordinator. If it looks horrible, I'm going to tell you, this ain't going to fly. That's the only time I'm going to say I don't like something. I'm not going to say it out of being mean or anything, but if it doesn't look good, I look at things from the perspective of the conference coordinator. That's all I care about. You have any other questions? Norma, you still there? Hello? Norma? I can hear somebody typing. Norma, can you hear me? Okay, let me see. All right, Norma, I got some questions in the chat box I need to get to. So why am I still seeing Ray? Let me see. All right, let me see. Let me see. All right, I got some questions down here that was back there at the beginning of the chat. Let me see. Let me go back a little bit. Okay, Tanya said, just want to thank you for the feedback on the core programs, enjoying the information in the videos. Thank you so much, Tanya. Your signature programs were outstanding. Keep doing a great job. I believe your bio turned in great as well. Just keep moving on. Keep your head down. Focus on the next assignment. Whenever you see an assignment, take action, take action, take action. Okay, Munya. Okay, good day, KTR and team. I just got my revised signature programs. What needs to be worked on now? Munya, your signature programs are done. Your signature you don't need to do anything else. Submit your bio and get your head into module 2. Finish out module 1, get your head in module 2 and start working on your sales tools. You don't need to do anything else for your signature programs. All right, Austin, I saw that already. Ray already knows that about submitting a support ticket the next time. Okay, Antoinette chimed in. She said, know your value, Ray. I had a similar situation. I undercharged, but as a result, I ended up with other opportunities that are coming down the pipe. However, the reentry program has an ongoing clientele, and I will need to have that conversation to introduce my price. And exactly, Antoinette, these conference coordinators and meeting planners, these companies have budgets. Understand they don't want you right now. They need speakers. They need people with great value in their signature programs and their content. We are a broken global workforce right now, and you are a professional problem solver above and beyond all. That is what your signature programs do, and that's the reason why we have you start working on that right from the beginning. Okay, let me see. Antoinette already got that. Ray said he appreciates the words. He appreciates the love. Hey, Dr. Anissa, how are you? Glad to hear this. Okay, I didn't know that. I've been waiting. Okay, all right. Yep. Okay. Ray, we've had a lot of great results from people using Fiverr. I do understand that some people do shady work sometimes, but Fiverr and a lot of other platforms and a lot of our speakers also know how to manipulate Canva as well, the free version of Canva. Anita has her hand up. Okay, let me get to Anita. Wait a minute. I thought I already answered the question for Anita, like at the very, very beginning.
Yeah, but I I came up with some other questions because
Okay,
as people was talking, it just reminded me of some other questions I had.
no problem. Austin, thanks for bringing that to my attention. Okay, Anita, I'm all ears.
Okay, so when I was listening to I think it was the first course or the second course, it says be creative. So I now turned to my bio, and I know you said it kind of went into like a resume version. You know,
Yeah.
the attachments that I had, should I use that in my media, or still keep it attached to the bio?
Okay, now here's why it's important to not focus on all of the sales tools in module 2, and why I want you to just focus on getting the bio right in module 1 is because if you do the bio the way I'm instructing you to do it and breaking it up into 8 paragraphs, when you're ready to start designing your speaker info kit, all you got to do is copy and paste it and drop it right in there. The way you submitted it to us, it was done in resume format. That is not the formatting that's going to fit inside the speaker info kit, no matter what template that you use. And that is not how we need to present it to the conference coordinator. Same thing with the signature programs. There's a reason why I have you. And it's so many students do this. They just bypass what I'm telling them to do. There's a reason why we have everything step by step. There's a reason why I give you instructions and tell you how to write the opening paragraph, how to write the bullets. The reason why is because when it's done right, and I sent support sends you an email back and says your signature programs are approved, then when you're ready to go to when you finish reviewing the videos from module 1 and you start stepping into module 2, the very first assignment in module 2 is working on the website, speaker info kit, and the speaker video demo. There's a checklist for all of it to organize the content, to start working on all that stuff. What is the biggest thing that you're going to need that makes up the primary, that takes up the most space inside of the speaker info kit? The signature programs and the bio. That's 6 pages of your speaker info kit. Now, if you don't get that right from the beginning, we can't move forward to the sales tools. Anita, you got it?
Yeah, no, I didn't go to module 2 yet. I was listening to what you were saying in the first one. So I thought you said something about, I went back and I listened to it over again to make sure I got it right. So the next question that goes to the bulleting programs, the next homework.
Yes.
So I know you said be creative with that, and I'm looking at yours and I'm like, okay, do you want me to put it in the Word document, or can I get, when I say creative, I mean like, can I put my bullets in a PowerPoint? Or how do you want me to do that? Because
no, okay.
I'm trying to understand when you say creative, I'm like, okay, let me make sure I'm getting it right.
No. Okay, all right, that's a fair question. When I say creative, I'm just talking about get your ideas out. I'm not here to stand in the way of your creativity. Vision is creativity. Writing is creative.
Right, okay.
So I want you to be creative with your writing. I just want you to get your ideas out there, but follow the template. Do not put it in a PowerPoint slide. That is not the template that's downloadable on the platform. It's either a Google Doc or a Word document. That's what that is. Do not take the signature program template out of order, please.
Okay, that's what I want to be clear on, because I know I was kind of confused because I see you say bullet and I'm hearing creative and I'm like, okay, does that mean put it in a Word doc, or does that? So I got it. Thank you.
Yep. No
I just want to be clear on that because I didn't want to mess it up and call myself being creative. And he's like, oh, you still didn't do it right. That's all, because I haven't gotten past the first module. I'm just trying to listen to make sure I follow directions accurately as possible.
Got you, no problem. Listen, this is the reason why we're here on Monday. The students, this is why you're going to be a best student, because you're showing up for the group calls and you're willing to submit the support ticket, and you're willing to, the best students on this platform are the ones that ask questions, are the ones that submit the most support tickets. And you know what that also means? That means they're also over there getting the assignments done. Okay. That's what it means. See, this whole platform, I keep telling everybody this, it's about taking action. We want you to get to the market as soon as possible, and we want you to be successful. We are here, unlike any other platform on planet Earth, to ensure that you get nonstop support, to make sure that when, okay, watch this. Ray just asked a question. He has money on the line. Antoinette asked a question a couple Mondays ago. She got money on the line. Don't you want to come back to a place where you can ask that question when you get stuck? That's the reason why we're here. Because maybe it's something you may not get inside the module. That's why we do the group call on Monday. People are like, KT, I want to talk to you. You can talk to me as much as you want to on Monday.
Okay. All right, and I'm not trying to jump ahead of my stuff. I'm still in the on the first module. Is me? I will re-listen and re-listen and re-listen, and then when I submit something and still come back wrong, I'll say, okay, well maybe I need to hear it verbally. So I got it.
No problem. Listen,
I really appreciate it, and I'm really loving it. I'm enjoying it because
well,
it's
you're very
allowing me
welcome.
to be creative.
You're very welcome. We believe me, we're glad to have you on the platform, and you know you're coachable, and that's all I can ask for on my end. Just follow the system. Don't overthink it. You just get your creative ideas out, send back over your signature programs. Let us correct it. Believe me, all it takes is 2 or 3 times back and forth with your signature programs on average, and the signature programs are approved. Even the people that mess it up, but when I send it back over to them and they know, hey, go back and read the instructions again. That's why I have all those instructions in red. If you read that, that'll give you, that's the blueprint of how to create your signature programs right there. And I put examples of how I want it written so it works for the conference coordinator. You got it?
Yes, got it.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Let me see. Anybody else? Ray, did you have your hand up again? Ray, you had another question?
Yeah, actually I did. I know it's towards the end, and I apologize. You may need to do this on the next call.
Yeah, no, bro, no. Don't apologize when the group call is the group call. It takes as long as it takes for me to get these questions answered, so we're clear about what we're doing. Take your time.
Let's go to work then.
Yes, sir.
And module 5, the LinkedIn strategy. Could we go over that briefly? Only because, okay, I changed some wording on my LinkedIn profile, made it applicable. And then I realized, you know, maybe I don't need a landing page. I can just say, I just have them go to my my website and then read the signature programs on the website. They want to contact me, point of contact, boom. Instead of having a landing page, and then from the landing page, go there. Austin answered that, but I just want to get some clarity on that. And then also he had a strategy where you're I guess pinging conference coordinators, at least 30 of them every day. Can you go over that strategy again?
Yeah. Troy, you want to jump in here?
Yeah, I mean, at a high level, okay, so your first question was what exactly? So what problem are you having, and what are you trying to accomplish?
No, well, okay, so I actually, the about section of LinkedIn, and I've rewritten it, but I don't have a landing page. I'm sending people directly to my website. So is a landing page absolutely necessary? I don't think so, but I'm just, you know, I'm just spitballing here, throwing it against the wall. And then secondly, just going over the pinging of the conference coordinators on LinkedIn and using Pipedrive to assist that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, good question. So, okay, so what we teach in week 5 in the about section, which you're referring to, is don't just add some short copy that doesn't really sell the person that's looking at your page. We recommend to have longer form copy that provides some value and ultimately gets them to convert and take action. Now, you're referring, the link that I recommend to put in that about section is, you know, it's going to be your free training landing page, the registration for that, or it's going to be your actual speaker booking page, where on that page you have a link for them to book a call with you. Now, the reason I recommend a landing page there is because a landing page is it's very focused and it converts higher. And so, you know, if your website, if the page you're sending them to on your website it has a link for them to book a call with you, or it makes it easy for them to find a spot to book a call with you, then that's fine. Now, a lot of people's websites, I haven't seen yours, Ray, in, you know, your updated one, but a lot of people's websites are kind of all over the place. And what happens is when people click on, after they come to your LinkedIn, they clicked on that link to your website, they're going to get lost, and people, they have very short attention span. So if they don't find a link to book a call with you quickly, they're going to get lost and probably not come back. So that's the reason we want We want to send them to a place that is very focused and gets them to book the call with you or sign up for your free training. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. My website is coachrayspeaks.com. So if you want to take a look real quick, you can.
Yeah.
There's
Coach
there is a booking link on the initial menu, but then I could also send them to that particular page. So if you go to that initial page, my signature programs are there and an explanation of who I am.
Okay, so here's the first thing I know. Sorry to cut you off, but the first thing I noticed when I go to Coach Ray Speaks, I have the mobile version pulled up because that's where 90+% of your people are going to be. I don't even have a link. I can't even press a button. There's no button when I first land here to book a call with you or register for a free training. There's actually no button at all on this page unless you open up the menu, but no one's going to, a smaller percent of people are actually going to open up that menu. We need to have a call to action button right when the people land on your page for them to book a call or register for the free training. And then at the bottom of the page, when they scroll through all your information, your signature programs, your bio, all that, your testimonials, there needs to be another call to action for them to book a call or register for the free training. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Okay.
And then to answer your question number, go ahead.
I'm sorry. So is it necessary to actually offer a free training per se?
It's not necessary. The main thing is getting them booked on a call. The free training kind of funnel, we'll call it, is mostly for people that, if you have a large amount of traffic coming to your site from Facebook ads, which we teach in week 5, that free training is a really profitable way to convert a lot of traffic into revenue. Now, if you're just very hyper targeted with the people you're reaching out to, you can just get them on a quick chat like we teach, where you can get them on a call on your Calendly for 10, 15 minutes and turn that into a sale. But the free training is more for when you're running paid traffic at scale, because you can convert cold prospects real easily into revenue.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I would take it in stages. I'd say to keep it simple, the whole free trial, the free training funnel it's pretty complex to build out, because you got to get all the email automation. You need the actual training video built out. There's a lot of different steps in that funnel, which require different pages. So to keep it simple, I'd start with just a Calendly booking form as your main call to action on coachrayspeaks.com, and be hyper targeted with the people you're reaching out to on LinkedIn.
Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and to answer your question number 2, honestly, the lowest hanging fruit for you right now is the strategy I teach on LinkedIn, which is doing those keyword searches of conference coordinators, event planners, and just going absolute ham on reaching out to these people. I did this early on when I first started my coaching business, and quickly made 6 figures a year in revenue just using direct outreach on LinkedIn. And we have an automated way to do it now, but we still do direct outreach. It's really effective. So just get in there. I say 30. I've done 150 before. So like you can absolutely scale it out. You just have to be disciplined with it. Now, something to keep in mind, Kevin pointed out this earlier on, LinkedIn is getting pretty restrictive with how many connection requests that you can send out, because they don't want people, they don't want marketers and salesmen abusing the platform. But I teach this in the program where you can actually do the actual searching to find these conference coordinators through LinkedIn search. And then what you can do is actually go find them on Instagram, or go find their email address online through Google search or their website. And that email is unlimited. You can send as many emails as you want. I mean, we're sending, over 2,000 emails a day to cold prospects So you can really scale out email outreach by leveraging what you can search on LinkedIn to actually find those prospects. But you're gonna notice that real quick. LinkedIn's gonna cap the amount of people that you're able to connect with every day.
But you mentioned that you have there's an automated process to do that. What would that be?
Yeah. So we built our own software. Now we don't have that available to the public yet, but there's some other tools. You can look up Duck Soup. That is a automated tool. I've used that for 20 different companies. Duck Soup allows you to kind of automate the connection request part of LinkedIn and the first message sent out. It's really cheap and effective. Now, the email part of it, you'll need to, if you essentially want to like scale it beyond what LinkedIn connections allow you to do, what you can do is grab the email addresses with Duck Soup from LinkedIn, and then you would connect a different tool like Gmass to actually send out the emails once you get those email addresses.
Yeah, I've got Yesware.
I'd recommend just keeping it. What's that?
I have Yesware.
Yesware that'll work as well. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Awesome.
But I would keep it simple to start. You can make a lot of money by just doing it manually. But it does take a lot amount of time to actually do the whole process. So I understand wanting to automate it.
Yeah. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, Ray, I just got one last thing I want to say. Appreciate you, Troy, like always. Hey, Ray, the reason why Auston is so uniquely skilled at helping you with any kind of integration you have running the sales funnels, because all he does every single day, and for the last 10 years, is just look at data, analyze the data, figure out where the data needs to go, what software integration is going to work better. He does it with every client that we've ever worked with prior to me meeting him, and I see him do it every single day with us. Whatever is the most cost effective and whatever's going to be the most powerful, that's what Auston moves us on. He doesn't even hesitate to move us off of a platform if he thinks it's going to make us more effective and efficient. I mean, he keeps me on my toes all the time. Remember, I'm not really a technology guy, but I bet you I am now. Because so the last thing I'm gonna say to you about this, Ray, is really go, like, you gotta go look at module 5 like this is gonna be your wife for the rest of your life. And there's no way you're going to get a divorce. The reason why I'm saying is when you look at it the first time, but when you go back and look at it the second time, it starts speaking to you differently. When you start going back and looking at it the third time, now you're like, oh, that you show up on the Monday group call. Now that email integration thing that Auston said, he said, hey, that'll work as well. Now you're picking up a little piece every single day to build your speaker business. And now eventually you're not going to have these questions. You're going to have it all set up. It's going to be running. You're going to test it. Some of it's going to fail. You're going to tweak it. Guess what? This is why we're always going to be here for you. Because when it does fail and you need to tweak it and you need to change something or something's not working, all you got to do is come back and ask Auston. We do this every single day. There's a reason why we got a successful sales funnel, and we want you to follow the same system as well. It's insanity to do anything opposite of what he's asking you to do in module 5. It just doesn't even make sense.
No, you're absolutely right. Also, just for anyone else that's going through this, this, I went through each module about 2 or 3 times.
No doubt.
Just to get it right, because it doesn't matter what you think. You may have something down, but you can simply go back over it and you learn something new every time. So I certainly understand that.
Absolutely. And Ray, we thank you for your patience and the questions. And I know Ray is from the old one-on-one coaching program, and it's difficult sometimes when you've had the access to me the way you used to with the old one-on-one program. But I can help more people in this capacity through the Monday group call and the support tickets, and it definitely saves on my voice. So thank you so much.
No worries, man.
Okay, boss. I think we're gonna get to Alex. Alex has been patiently waiting with a question. Alex, I've been waiting to hear from you, boss. Talk to me. What's going on?
Hey Kevin, hey Austin. So my question is, I have to be running, I think I have 5 signature programs that Trevor and Woody has reworked. I guess like the funnel of like reaching out and stuff like that, going back to what Ray was talking about, like reaching out to the 30 like people and then the email contacts and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess like the initial contact is more about, getting their interests, that kind of stuff. But my question today kind of refers back to the free training, because Trevor doesn't really offer training as such. It's more like keynotes and stuff. So would it be easy just to showcase like one keynote that he's done in the past with call to actions at the end of the videos? Or I'm just trying to think of like the value and stuff in regards to like, I'll get a glimpse of what Trevor has done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at now. Remember what Austin said. The longer like a VSL or video sales letter would be when you are running paid traffic. When you're doing free organic outreach, there's a different strategy, which he covers in module 5 as well. But I can answer your question. It's a quick no. Watch this. Listen to this, Alex. If I'm a conference coordinator and I'm seeing Trevor give a keynote speech, but he's not teaching me anything, then the call to action is just, okay, he just wants some money from me. And that's the way it's going to feel.
Right.
So where's the value in me, the conference coordinator, looking at a keynote speech for Trevor? What's he teaching me how to do? Is he teaching me how to clean my gutters at my house on the weekend? And so he better have something in there. No one's going to give us money unless they have reason to. And if you don't show them the value, then they have less reason to give you the money.
Mm-hmm.
So that's so that's not going to work with just showing them a keynote speech. This has to be a separate value video. It doesn't have to be long, but it has to be what is he going to teach them? And that's what you need to keep in the front of your mind. Nobody is going to sign up for anything or book anybody, especially in today's market, Alex, when you have everybody is trying to give away something for free and everybody's making a bunch of noise. So the conference coordinator is going to try to get it for free if they can, or they're going to try to pay less for it. But the cut above are the people that over deliver and give away more free information than anybody else in their space. Now, why would you do that? Why would you give away free information? Because they know they can come to you and rely on you for that free information that they're not getting anywhere else. You know how many times I hear students say to me, or prospects say to me, hey, KT, I get them on the second call, on the follow-up call, and they say, I tried to Google stuff that you were telling me in the strategy call, and I couldn't find it. You know what that says? That means the information that I offer is not readily available. And Google does 63+ billion searches every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
But all of a sudden you can't find this exclusive content that you can only get from speakerfocus.com. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So Woody and Trevor need to come up with a message that has some value for the conference coordinator. The reason is, why do I want to hire you?
Right. And this would be more than just a speaker video demo, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
More than that. This is actually, watch this. How about if he teaches them like a 5 to 10 minute webinar or a seminar or something, or a value video about how they can do their job better? Or watch this. This is right in his niche. How about if he produces a video about the value that he can add for the kid, for the parent that has the kid? Hey parents, this is what you can be doing so your kid can have a higher level of self-esteem. And then he could share one of his animation with him. Maybe you can integrate a little bit of that in there. But we can't just roll up on the conference coordinator and ask for money. We are in a totally different marketplace. Again, when you do this every single day at the level that me and Austin do it, it's too much noise in the marketplace. You've got to have a differentiator with your brand.
Yeah.
And the differentiator is teaching them something and giving them some value that nobody else in his space is giving them. When you figure out what that is, turn that into a 5 or 10 minute video and then send it over to us so we can approve it.
Okay, I can do that.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Auston, did you want to add anything else to that?
No, I think, if in his keynote, he was speaking directly at conference coordinators and the problems that they're having and delivering, solutions and, and training nuanced and specific to the problems that conference coordinators are having, that perhaps that could work, that piece of, that piece of his keynote. Now, the difference though in an actual, a training, we call it a training, but it needs to be intentional. It's not just a free training. It's a training that is built to sell at the end, and it has a strategy behind it, and we call it a video sales letter. We put our example, our high converting example in the program, but make sure that the video is accomplishing, the part of actually like delivering nuanced value to the conference coordinator, and then also, building the relationship, providing a background on, Trevor's brand, and then at the end, selling them to book a call. So I'd recommend, creating a new, a video that is, that accomplishes all of these things. Now, you don't need to build this out yet until, you're ready to scale out and, run paid traffic, or if Trevor has a lot of traffic already coming to his site, perhaps it's time to build it out. But yeah, the nuance and the specificity is important for making it work.
Okay, that makes more sense. I guess like in relation to that, because I think that's the last piece we're missing, because I did all the building up the site. I'm just switching up the stuff. I'll be sending you guys the new signature program stuff. I did all the info kit. That's all done. I got all the testimonials. I did the pitch drafts. I've gathered all the conferences that we spoke to in the past and the new ones that relate to our niche, did all that research. So this is the last thing that we can really get this going.
Exactly. And by the way, all of the sales tools that you design, I love every bit of it. It matches with Trevor's brand. It's high quality. It has a lot of value in there. Listen, remember, Alex, I believe that prior to coming into the coaching program, the strengths were clear about what he did with obviously his professional credentials and, the writing the books and the animated series and all of those things. The things that he was having a struggle with is the messaging that was speaking directly to the conference coordinator. That was his biggest limitation before he came aboard on this platform. Now, what you don't want to do is get to the very end where you're going to start doing outreach and that messaging isn't put together the right way. It will be a train wreck. And here's how you know it's going to be a train wreck, because when it's not put together the right way, you're not going to be booking any calls. That's how you know that the value video that you put in front of the conference coordinator, when it's not converting, then you're fortunate. You can submit a support ticket to Auston and say, Auston, what am I doing wrong? And all you got to do is tweak it. See, these things, and the good news for you is that Trevor is a TV producer and you guys are producers, where you can crank this content out if you do need to change it. I'd recommend, especially if it's not working at the level that you want it to work. I mean, man, I got Auston in my face every other week, bro, telling me to tweak this, try this, do this, get us on this software. It's a constant, never-ending, nonstop of trying something and trying it until you find the magic price, until you find the magic messaging, until you start making the magic dollars. You got it?
Yep. Sir,
okay.
Response.
We'll be here for you. Hey, keep your head down, Alex. You're doing an amazing job. Stay in module 6 and keep submitting the support tickets. And we love it when you show up for the group calls. You always make it better.
I appreciate it. You too.
Okay, boss. Talk to you soon. Okay, it looks like we're winding down. I don't see any more hands in the air. I think I answered all the questions. Okay. All right, now, Dr. Anissa, is Anissa still on? Yeah, Anissa, can you talk? Anissa, you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, hey, Anissa, how are you?
I'm doing great, and yourself?
I'm doing super fantastic. Listen, I typed in the answer. I wasn't sure if you got it in the chat as in response to you're saying, is there an example for writing your bio and your signature program? And I'm not sure if you saw it. So yes, there is an example inside of the signature program template. Have you seen that yet?
Yes, and I did it, and when you were speaking with the other person earlier, and you're saying that everything is leadership and to go by the example that you have put on there, I'm
Yes.
like, oh, okay, I got it now, because I was trying to, I remember you saying just be creative with everything, and so I was doing that, and I changed up. I didn't do it leadership because I thought showing us stuff. So now I'm looking, I need to go back and redo it based on how you put it there.
Yeah.
But I was just looking in for more, I have stuff down of speaking and what have you, but what I don't have down is the creativity to how to make things expand on my stuff.
Okay. All right. This is what I want you to do. I want you to jot down some notes. This is the easiest way. And I have this right there in the video. There is a signature program template. And then there is another worksheet that asks you, what's your ideology? What's your approach? What's the basic
Okay,
advice?
I haven't downloaded those yet, so I'll go back and download
That's
those.
why you got to go back in there,
based
because
on email.
when you ask yourself the questions, listen, go to module 1, lesson 1. It's 3 links right in under lesson number 1. And there is a template for the signature program. It's a messaging formula in there, and it's going to ask you every single question that you need in order. All you got to do is answer those questions, and it's going to tell you what kind of speaker you are. Are you a specialty speaker? Are you a leadership speaker? Are you an empowerment speaker? It's going to go down everything that you need. And when you get inside the signature program template, I gave instructions of how it should be written. Then I gave you an example. Even if you have to copy and paste that same example and tweak the verbiage to make it match your signature programs, then do that. You don't have to try to overthink your signature programs. People get in the jam all the time doing their signature programs because they try to come up with stuff and they don't follow the formula. Don't take the formula out of order and just follow it. Read it over and over again. Before you start creating anything, just read it a couple times. And then watch this. If you want to send a test, some students do this. They don't turn in the whole template. They turn in one signature program with some bullets. Then they say, hey, am I doing this right? I say, boom, there you go, right there. If they're doing it wrong, I just say, go back in and read this, send it back over. Once I go back and forth with you a couple times, you're going to have it.
Okay, got it. And I think I maybe missed the section, module 1, section 1. I think I may have missed the template because I was looking at it, listening to you over the phone while I was in traffic. So yeah. I'll go back on my computer and do it then.
Right, and it's just a link. You're gonna click that link. It's gonna open up a Word document. You're gonna be able to go in there and manipulate it and plug in your answers where they're supposed to go. Remember, read the instructions inside of the signature program template, read the instructions inside the bio template, and then send it to support@speakerfocus.com, and we'll give you some feedback and we'll tell you if you're moving in the right direction. Okay?
Okay, got it. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Okay, Nissa, you're very welcome. Talk to you real soon.
All right.
Stay focused. Okay. I don't believe we have any more hands up or questions that need to be answered. Probably to the end of this thing, unless I see anybody else that needs any more questions answered. So, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, Lisa has one more question.
I think.
Lisa, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
go
you
ahead.
hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I hear you. Go ahead.
I put it in the Q&A, but I think I see where you answered it now. Okay, finished module. I was asking, should I finish all the modules before I begin the research or research as I'm going through? And I see it, maybe Austin put this in there, that finish module 5 before beginning the outreach. Okay.
Yeah, now I said outreach and research is two different things. Before you start doing the outreach to the conference coordinators, definitely you have to finish module 5. Obviously, you're in module 2, so you're working on your sales tools now. But I would not stop ever doing research. I spend 2 hours a day, talking to conference coordinators, reading articles, everything, consuming this industry so I can keep up with what's going on. The market is changing all the time. So do research every day. Keep researching your niche. That's how you're able to service the niche. Remember, all we are as speakers, we're problem solvers. And the market doesn't need any more motivational, inspirational speakers. We don't need another motivational story. We're in a broken global workforce. We need help. These people have a sedentary lifestyle. I want you to think about that as you're delivering any of your services. They don't want quality speakers. They need you in the marketplace. We need people that know how to change lives. We need real facilitators, real teachers, real people that know how to transfer knowledge. Your expertise is valuable, and that's why we start teaching you this right from the beginning. You'll have your day in the sun when you start doing the outreach and you start connecting with the conference coordinator. So with that being said, keep doing research always. I constantly read nonstop every single day about this industry. And I've been in it for 35 years, but it's so fascinating how it keeps changing, how they keep building bigger conference centers, how conference coordinators change, how the way they do events are changing, how the entertainment piece is more valuable, where they didn't used to lean on that a lot because millennials want to be entertained, how it's more interactive with the social media when you go do a conference right now, how they want to have followers and they want to engage with people on social media, even if they're not at the conference. These are forever changing things in our industry. And you have to keep up with what's going on, because if you don't, then you don't know how to service the conference coordinator properly. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Got it. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, Lisa, talk to you real soon. All right, everybody. It's been another powerful session for Q&A call on the speakerfocus.com platform. I just want to let you know that it's always so much fun helping you out to solve your challenges or your difficulties. And the things that you're going through, I find it very interesting that the ones that show up and the ones that submit support tickets and your level of expertise always allows me and Auston, it when you ask great questions and you submit great support tickets, I mean, there's just so many ways, so many people that we deal with, and they have these particular niches. And what it does is we want to thank you, because it helps us serve you better when you're able to share with us the unique challenges of your niche and your industry and your topic and your expertise. It helps us manage you better. It helps us manage the next person who is in your area of expertise better as well. And we want to thank you. Listen, everybody, have a great evening. Stay focused on all of your assignments. Remember, take action, then look at the videos. Take action, submit support tickets, support at speakerfocus.com. I love you all. Stay focused on your goals and your dreams. The speaking game is real.